Hey everyone, it's Xant. So, as I said in my last stream, this week was going to be another standard week due to how the month worked out, and just like last week, all the gacha suits will be available in the 4-star pick ticket pool once these banners end. Also, maximum hype. I only have a few days until I can finish the G Lucifer. Seriously, the thing is dope. I actually lucked out on my free weekly multi and got the torso, and the awakening looks amazing. On that note, once maintenance ends, the 1500 Haro gift back campaign should reset, meaning if you spend a total of 1500 Haro by the end of the week, you'll get 1500 back in your gift box after that week ends. But I would recommend double checking the in-game notices for the times for all that just to be on the safe side, because you can't take back Haro spent, unfortunately. Now, on to the content. We'll start with the Strike Gundam, as I've covered it before, so it's going to be a pass for me this week. The new attribute hopefully brings some nice changes, because the original Strike is, gathering dust would be putting it nicely. The other gacha suit this week is both new and yet familiar, the F92. Coming from the similarly named Gundam F90 and built from the recovered remains of the F90, this upgrade features serious under-the-hood improvements, with a palette change and some minor external changes. Sporting a prototype Psychomu-inspired AI system called the Biocomputer, and also having versatile mission packs, this machine is a force on the battlefield. This variant is the long-range type, focusing on, long-range combat. It saw very limited usage, only seeing action against the Crossbone Vanguard. As for weaponry, it has a Vulcan turret set, 4 beam sabers, 2 two-tube missile launchers, 1 long rifle, and it can fire solid rounds or beams. The beams can reach a maximum range of 100 kilometers, while the solid rounds have what are called vernier pellets, which when detonated allow the shell to change direction mid-flight. It also has a beam rifle and a shield. It should also be noted that the long-range type has both a thermoscope for detecting invisible enemies and a composite sensor to grant insane accuracy while sniping. Our welfare suit this week is the R-Gyagya, coming from Build Fighters Try and piloted by Kaoruko Sasaki. Based on a Commander-type ZZ suit, the R-Gyagya, this machine was customized to be a fusion of the Gyagya and a Gyan. I don't see it, personally. Unfortunately, there isn't much else for the info, as is the case with most Build Fighters suits. However, we do have a weapons list. The R-Gyagya comes with a beam saber, which is shaped like an actual sword. It has the guard, the pommel. Okay, you know what, maybe calling it a beam sword might be better? It has a twin beam sword, which it's the commander type weapon that you see in a lot of suits. It's the double-ended naginata. 2 Gatling guns, these are mounted on the back binders. 2 shields. Now, the shield edges can emit beam blades along their length, making this a melee, throwing weapon, and a shield, all in one. And the little silver circles you see on the shield are actually missiles, which total to 24. Personally, I think the night aesthetic is really cool, but I also know it's not for everyone. Now, on to the pilots. We'll start with Howard Mason, Warrant Officer of the Union from Gundam 00. There's very little, unfortunately, but he was part of Graham Acre's squad chasing the Gundams until they encountered the Thrones, at which point the Zwei ended this man's whole career. The other pilot, though, there's a little more info on him, is R.G. Mirage, the protagonist of Iron-Blooded Orphans Gecko, and pilot of the Astaroth Gundam frame. His artificial right arm allows him to interface with the Astaroth, much like how the Elia Vignana system works, however to a much lesser degree, as it's a more superficial connection compared to the spinal implants. Orphaned and short an arm after the Gundam frame Seer attacked a civilian craft, killing his parents, he became a mercenary for hire with his limited options. After obtaining the Astaroth Gundam frame from a man he was supposed to kill, RG decided to protect the man's daughter, as it was the only way to keep the Astaroth to exact his revenge on the Seer. As for piloting skills, it's not really expanded on, but based on the related reading, it seems he was relatively skilled as a pilot. But whether that was the Gundam frame or him, not sure. Side stories, man. What can you do? And with that, we're done this week's roundup. As always, thanks for tuning in, guys. And if you enjoy the content, like and subscribe, leave a comment as it helps get the video around to more eyeballs, and that's all the shilling I'm gonna do. I'll see you guys in a couple of days for the impression stream that I do, so see you then. Peace out.